Sharon, it's nice to see you. We can tell it's Memorial Day because you're back. It's like the geese that fly to Florida for the summer. It's nice to have Verona visiting with us this morning. Good to see you, as always. A great friend of the congregation. I want to remind everybody that next Sunday we will not have service here. We're going to Staten Island. If you haven't signed up, it's not too late. We'd love to have you come. Father Shrapwell is expecting us, as I said. They're having a Sunday school picnic that day, so they've invited us for the picnic. We're going to bring hot dogs and hamburgers. We're going to have a big cookout there with them, and then we'll have time to see what we need to do and do what we need to do. And Father Covington, who was the rector of the parish 20 years ago, is meeting us there also. He's coming out to explain all the work that was done and how it was done, and about the pews. You see there pieces of the pews coming all down. And here you can do a paint study. You see that it was green at one point. Below that, there is actually a varnish look, and I don't know what it actually, I'm not even sure that these are the original pews, but I think if you took it down, they're not, if you take it down to original wood, you'd be surprised what it might look like. So he's going to talk about all the work that they did at that point, and we'll have a chance to have a nice time. John is going to be here on Sunday morning just to greet anybody in case they happen to show up and don't know that we are not having service, because we don't want to have people come to the church for the first time and say, oh, that's really great, that's a new one. First time I go to church, they're not there. So we're going to try to take care of all those things. But if you'd like to join us next week, it should be very, very lovely. It'd be nice just to be on the bus with everybody, you know. I have this idea of Camp Beverly Hills or something. So what we'll be doing, huh?
Singing along.
Singing along, yes. In fact, there are videos on. There's each seat has one of those screens above it and so forth. You know, we can put in a movie if we want to watch it. Going on. We're going to leave at 8:30. 8:30 next Sunday. It's very early because it takes an hour and some to get out there. We don't want to be late. Father Shrapwell has actually asked me to be part of the service, which is going to be wild, because if you want to they do liturgy differently than we do.
Very high Catholic.
Very, very high church. So what we used to call in my days smells and bells. There will be no incense because there are people that are allergic to it. But everything else, a lot of, as we used to say, bowing and scraping. So if I don't pull stuff there, you'll know why. It's not part of what I grew up with. But I mean, it's part of it. Yes, well, this will give you reason to rethink everything and to wonder. They're being very gracious in hosting us, and I think you're going to love the church. It's a real gem, and I think it'll give us a good idea of the things that we can do. We don't have to do everything they did, but we can see what are the things that are hard to imagine. We'll be able to see in what they've done. So that's next Sunday at 8:30. I'd like to thank Rob Sykes, who helped us get the most incredible article in the paper, the local paper. I don't know if you saw it. It's a comment on the bulletin board, really highlighting the good work that is being done here at the church. So it's a really wonderful article, except for a small ad on the page. It's almost the entire page, the new show paper, talking about the life and the ministry and the community here at St. John's. And so thank you very much for putting it together.
There will be two thank you cards on the bulletin board in the church from Eileen and Joanne thanking the congregation for their gift.
Okay.
So it's easier than passing it around.
So if you look at that when you go in. We also have some announcements for this morning. And Joanne, you want to start?
Announcements?
Oh, yes. Do you have an announcement to make?
Well, I wanted to say that those who live in Michelle, if you've gotten the mayor knows, Nolan Branson's, who German sends out, we're in there. 6 properties selected for city's first Heritage Awards. So we're in there. The sign is being prepared and it's going to hillside, and they also mentioned that they're going to be seeking nominations for other places, and I'm going to put that schoolhouse down this time because I think that's a wonderful place for people to be with.
Great. Yes, John.
Two quick announcements. As far as the roof is concerned, Guy has been doing very, very nice, and Rusty have been doing very, very nice research work on that. But we're not ready to make an announcement just yet. There's a meeting coming up soon. And after that meeting, we'll probably let you know a little bit more about what's going on. But it's coming along very nicely. And the other thing I want to mention is, Rusty has mentioned many times about how we like our church to be inclusive. We like it to be a community type of church. And he did have a notice in his email this week about how we would like to invite all of you to be readers, to take part in handling the chalice, and also in reading the prayers of the people. And so I have started a sheet which I'll continue passing around at the cottage. But please, if you would like to help out, please put your name and what. For instance, what if you'd like to do the readings but you wouldn't like to do the chalice? Fine, but no for the chalice and yes for the readings. Whatever is your thing. If you don't want to do anything, but no. No, that's the whole idea. That's the whole idea. We don't want to embarrass you or anything. That's not the purpose of this thing. It's if you would like to take part in this church, which I love to do. Rusty knows that I love to do it. And I'm sure a lot of you in this audience would love to do that. And so please fill out my forms and we'll all enjoy it. And you, Joan, are you going to be around much this summer?
Yeah, but don't put me down for stuff.
I'm
afraid to say yes to you, John.
All right, John.
Well, we want I think there are, especially people who come from a Roman Catholic tradition, and also people who come from, who are women in the Roman Catholic tradition. A lot of these roles were not open to women. In many places, the cardinals or the bishop have said that women cannot participate in the liturgy. They cannot be servers, they cannot read, and so forth. So we want to, I'm not saying anything negative about that, but I'm just trying to say positive things about what we would like to offer. We'd like anybody who would like to be part of the service in any way to do so. And it's not just handing out using the chalice either. Lay people can hand out the bread also. And so if anybody wants to do that, you're welcome to do that also. And if anybody's interested in being a Eucharistic minister, to take the bread or the wine to people who are sick. Frank does that every week. He takes it to his parents who can't get to church, and give it to other people to take home to their loved ones. Cassie Wallington, who can't always make it, she takes it to Bill, who's still in the hospital. And that's very, very important. If you would like to be able to do that, that's always open to everybody. And I have the proper instructions and prayers to do that, if you would like to. Yes?
So we're not going to be here next week, but we're still going to be hungry when we come back the week after. So I'm going to come around with the June coffee hour for people to sign up. So I'll be following John around. Say no to him, but you have to say yes.
But just think that if there's only 3 spots, so just you can pray that the people before it comes to you have felt so moved.